So let's get into it. Let's go scrapbooking.
Okay.
This is the 4th perfect game ever thrown by a New York Yankee. I mean, who can forget 1956, Game 5, Don Larson on October 8th, going out there doing it on the grandest stages, okay?
Wow.
May 17th of 1998, David Wells, Pat Mears at the dish right there, backdoor little cutter, fly ball of Paul O'Neill, unbelievable. What was it, Nays? It was
Beanie Baby Day at the stadium.
It was. A year later, July 18th, David Cohn taking on the Montreal Expos. No one can spin it like this guy, right? Kind of leads in Harbinger into what Domingo Germán was. Little nasty slider, pop-up of Orlando Cabrera. There's our old mate Joe Girardi tackling him at home plate. Have a moment.
All of these pitchers have the first letter D. Don, David, Domingo, and David.
Well, here we go, all right? So he had bad thoughts getting on this mound. He had allowed 17 runs in 5 1/3 innings over his previous 2 starts. But take a look in the first inning. This is when you kind of know Brent Rooker's going to walk back to the dugout and say, guys, he's got his good stuff tonight. It's 93 backdoor sink. It's a little changeup. Now let me get back in the count 2-1. With a breaking ball and then wipe you out 2-2 and get you off the plate. Then what happens? We've been waiting for the Yankees offense to explode without Aaron Judge. Well, they do. And they end up sitting Domingo Germán down in there for about 30, 40 minutes. What does he do upon arrival for the bottom of the 5th after getting run support? 10 pitches and he's out of the inning. And the reason I showed a Smith play right there, 3-1 count in the 8th, with a perfect game on the line, and he's throwing a breaking ball to get back into a 3-2 count. He could throw it at will whenever he wanted to, and it was signature. He gets Langoliers to pop up with it, and then it's first pitch breaking ball just a smidge off the dish to Asteri Ruiz, and it's game, set, match. So it was unbelievable to watch him just kind of work them over with just execution of 3 pitches, but the curveball was the signature, and you can tell. Take a look at this. He used it almost 52% of the time. Fastball 31.3% of the time, and his changeup 17.2. Do you have the curveball metrics? Let me see that real quick, because he was throwing it a little bit harder last night. Average velocity as of last year was 81 miles an hour on that pitch. He was spinning it almost 83 miles an hour. His curveball has less vertical movement this year. So I thought he was awesome last night. He caused me to, have a stomach ache at 3 in the morning because I was trying to stay awake.
First Dominican-born pitcher to throw a perfect game. You're right, because of considering the legacy that country has in the major leagues. That is quite remarkable. Here are the last 6 perfect games. Prior to last night, Felix Hernandez in August of 2012 was the last. Matt Cain against the Astros that same year. Boy, they were 3 perfect games.
You never know, right?
I forgot about Philip Humber. Shout out to Rice University. He threw a perfect game